Praise God. Thank God again. One more night, one more day, one more week, one more month, one more everything. I'm coming again. I thank God for all those who are partaking around this table. We have a good table sharing some food. I get some good calls, good emails, good feedback. Because people have been blessed with these nuggets. And I just think I might go nuggets for the next 2 years. Because nuggets is working. The churches are still going together. They had the mask on, the 2-hour service, the hour-and-a-half service, and still in bondage, still have fear, distancing, and all kind of stuff. And a new type of tradition has stepped in to COVID-19. We had to stay 6 feet apart, wear masks, to be in the atmosphere, to go in the bank, go where. It's a whole new set of tradition that kicks in. But I want to just keep it right and keep it straight. I believe in the tradition that God gave us to really be a part of. So I'm sharing this whole month, understanding the reality of life. Our life has taken a different platform. Every human life, the young child, the life now and the dependency on their parent have changed. The school have changed, stores changed, everything changed. I shared last time, about the parties, the reveling, the Christmas, the Santa Claus, all these things, the wise spending. People now are now cautious about loans, credit cards, and debts and bills. Even the bank and all is cautious. I went to a bank, tell me if I don't have a account there, I can't cash a check. All new traditions are stepping in. So it's my assignment to give you some basic fundamental rule about the tradition that can work in 2021, 22, and 23. And I want to share this whole week the reality of traditions. This whole month. Tradition has played a vital part of the human and the humanism belief and practices. Every generation or dispensation came through some format or formula of tradition, and it's a practice. And some of them come down and they abolish. It can't work no more. Like church. Church is good right now, but church change. You go to church right now, the preacher talking, and you feel like getting sick. A person sneeze, you move. A person cough, you run. Whole things has changed. Driving a car with a mask on, you alone, because the air polluted. Your whole mindset changed. So I want to come tonight to set things in order. So I'll be sharing tonight setting things in order. When we talk about order, it means a pattern or a method. Order means a pattern or methods. You got to have some pattern and some method in life. Order also means a state in which everything in its correct or appropriate place. Order. A state which everything in its correct or appropriate place. Not everyone like order. Some folks believe they can function better when they are out of order. And that's a belief, that's a tradition. Some folks believe being out of order, I function better. I make one decision. Let's see if I can help someone to understand the order of tradition. Because some of us have tradition and don't know it. Nugget number 1. Order needs submission. Order. Any type of order that coming in, it needs submission. It's like blood. Order come like skin, and submission come like blood. It don't make sense having skin with no blood. You're dead. Submission is an act that need action. There is no way you could have a ability to submit and don't have action. Submission need active ability. You have to react. You have to do the things that is necessary to make submit valid. And also it is a fact of acceptance. You have to accept the choice to submit. Submission, you have to accept that. It's an acceptance. Some folks just choose not to submit and stand the consequences. That's how some folks live. They don't care about the consequences because they are self-centered. So submission is an act that needs action. This tradition of submission, in fact, submission is also yielding to one position of authority. You cannot submit unless somebody have authority over you. If you don't want nobody over you, well then it don't make sense to submit. But from time somebody over you, submission becomes relevant, becomes a part of you. Submission, you got to have someone superior or authority over you to submit. If you don't want that, submission is not for you. This tradition was set down by God a long time ago. God set down this order. Order needs submission. And order and submission, it's a part of the reality of life. Your life will be empty if there is no order and submission. You'll be like a chicken on the head. No one can force anyone to submit. Hey, no one can force anyone to submit. It must be self-willing. You must choose to want to submit. Nobody should be forced to submit. Submitting should be a choice. Remember, it also has consequences. There's good consequences and bad consequences. And submission, it must not be dominated by any party. No one can dominate you to submit except God, because He is the one have the authority over me. No police, no prime minister, no vaccine, no doctor have any superior authority over me except God. And God must tell me who to submit to. Because they that are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. So if God don't want me to submit to her or him or it or them, I'm not submitting. God is my final authority of submission. Hear me here. Such tradition brings anyone into God alignment to His will. We are talking here about setting things in order. I'm in order because my superior is God, and I and God must talk. Look at number 2. So look at number 1. Order needs submission. Look at number 2. Order has to be set. Somebody must set the order. I'm serving God. I can't set the order. God set the order. So I serve in God. I don't serve my wife or my children, so they cannot set order for me. I don't honor my wife or honor my children. So they cannot set no order for me. I honor God. So order has to be set. When order is set according to a God-centered pattern, accountability is required to the one that set the order. So I have to give account to God. My children have to give account to me. That's how God set down the order. My children can't set order for me. No way. Because order have a pattern. It must be a God-centered pattern to be successful. That's why I'm successful. I'm doing things right now without money. And people can understand. But because you're out of order, you will not understand. But when you're in order, God will set things in order for you. Accountability is required to the one that set the order. We are talking here setting things in order. And when you hear your order is set, the fruit that comes in from that pattern will be successful. When your pattern have order and submission, whatever you touch, be successful. Whatever you do, successful. Some folks feel successful with 10%. I want 100%. So I can't live like you who want 10% and be satisfied. I want more. I can do more if I have more. So that's why the fruit that comes to me from my pattern that God set down will be successful. And it's successful to the one that set the order and the other that submits. So if I submit to God right, I must be successful and God will be pleased. That's how you have to set things in order. But in order, there are fruits that will come from the pattern that you are part of. I'm talking good here. Look at number 3. Rebellion must die. Rebellion is like acid or venom to order. Rebellions cause order to be restricted. When I rebel against God, I cannot move. Once I refuse God or God's way, I'm restricted. I'm handicapped. I can't move. I'm bound. Because why? I am rebellion. Rebellion is the first deficiency of heaven that makes man fall. Rebellion will cause anything to stay out of order. Rebellion causes order to be restricted, handicapped, stuck, and cannot move. There are folks, they servant God and they're stuck. I am not stuck. I'm still moving. I'm moving on. Because I am not rebelling against God. Because God is the one who set the order for me. The only way to kill rebellion, obedience must live. Obedience must live. And some folks, instead of kill rebellion, they kill obedience. For one to live, one must die. There are some folks, they're making rebellion live more healthier than obedience. The only way to kill rebellion, obedience must live. It must take preeminence. It must take structure. It must take first class. Obedience must be first class if you want to be a part of the traditions. Obedience takes understanding. It takes understanding of your position in a set pattern that you're involved. You cannot obey like some folks will obey the pastor and then obey the husband. That's wrong. How can you obey your pastor and don't obey your husband? No, your pastor is not your husband. You're supposed to obey your husband, not your pastor. Because so obedience takes understanding. So for obedience to live, you have to know rebellion must die. You have to kill rebellion. And you have to be self-conscious that I will not rebel. Because rebellion will keep you stuck, restricted, and cannot move. And that's a pattern. Some folks make that a pattern, a tradition. Obedience take understanding of your position in the set pattern you are involved in. Whatever you're involved in, bring in obedience and put out rebellion. Many of us came from background where our loved ones enjoy rebellion. Our father, our mother, our sister, you saw them rebellion so that it becomes a part of you. Hey, not so with God. With God, He's watching how long you will walk as mommy or daddy or uncle or grandpa. Obedience will live once or rebellion die. Look at number 4. Order began with headship. There is nothing can live without the head. Even you, headless. Nothing can live without the head. We are talking here setting things in order in this COVID-19 session here. Next year is pain and problem. Next year is bank taking houses, taking cars. You're homeless. Next year is unemployment. And once you're in order, they can't touch you. So order began with headship. Many head or leaders sometimes don't know that they have to be the head. My wife will not be my head. My children will not be my head. But if my boss can be my head is God. Many head or leaders sometimes don't even know that they're supposed to be the head. Headship is a tradition that will never change. That's why God make Adam first. Adam, go, name everything, name. Adam, walk, come, Adam. Headship is a tradition that will never change, even though many believe it has changed. That's your belief, but that's not God's own. So God raised me up to set things in order. Call me, will come in your house. I'll come in your spirit. I'll come in your soul. I'll come in your acquisition. I'll come in away. It's a tradition that will never change. Even though you change it or you believe it change, God can change it. Headship is in the place and point of decision and command. When you understand headship, not everybody in the whole foundation can make decision in a family, in a home, in a church, in a business, in an organization. Not everybody is qualified to make decision and command. So headship will never change. It's a tradition you must try your best to maintain. And if you are in a tradition, one must lead, one must follow. Anything have two heads is a monster. Look at number 5. Order brings harmony. Order brings harmony. Let me say again. Order brings harmony. COVID-19 has brought an unstable and dysfunctional order in the society and in the world. COVID-19. And God sits upon his throne and allow it to come. But God said, I'm going to raise some men up like Carl Mead. I can call some more names around the world who have the ability and the courage to come on the Zoom or come on the TV and come on the marketplace and set things in order. COVID-19 has brought an unstable and dysfunctional society, and the order has gone crazy because fear takes us, and you know, and many traditions has died, and the harmony that was there disappeared in marriages, in homes, in school, in teachers, in students, in bosses, in work, in the parliament, government, ministers, prime ministers, presidents, and a lot of harmony just disappeared because COVID-19 passed by. But being disciplined, restore order back to any person or society. When you are disciplined and you understand your position and you know where you are with God, restoration becomes valid. I have not left God since God allowed COVID-19. I get closer. I'll get closer to God. I'll go up more closer to God. Why? COVID-19 has brought me inside of God. I'm locked in now. So I am more disciplined. For God I live, and for God I die. Being disciplined restore order back to any person and society. Harmony is when every part chooses to return to their rightful position in society or even relationship with God and also fellow men. Harmony will always traffic itself when there is a choice to restore back to the place you're supposed to be. And being disciplined is their thoughts and action. When you are disciplined, it is there. Your thought and your action will be known. Harmony can be restored. Harmony can't be restored once you understand being disciplined. I am so disciplined to God. I get more discipline since January of this year. I get more focused with God. I understand God more because COVID-19 caused that. Hey, next day, being disciplined can change your world and tradition. Next day, remember, reality here. You mightn't believe it, but you cannot change reality. God bless you. Calvin here. See you again tomorrow morning.